The Red Dead Online Halloween content is here, and all in all, I'm very happy with it. It is so much better than what we had last year, because last year all we had was Fear of the Dark. And even though that was one of my favorite game modes ever, this year we got something very similar, which I thoroughly enjoyed, being Dead of Night. And on top of that, we did get an Outlaw Pass, which we didn't get last year, but that still hasn't stopped some fans being disappointed with the content. So in this video, I'm going to be going through absolutely everything that fans just aren't happy with. Before I do get into the video, if you do want to see any more content from me, I do stream over on Twitch every Monday, Wednesday and Friday, and possibly in November it might go to daily streams, or at least maybe 5 days a week, as well as maybe in December now it looks like that might go to daily streams, or possibly even 5 days a week in that month, because Cyberpunk did get delayed to the 10th of December, so it's going to be a hectic 2 months. But if that is of interest to you, links to that is in the description down below. So getting back into the video, talking about the stuff that fans just aren't happy with this Halloween update. All in all, I'm pretty happy. My expectations for this update wasn't too high. I knew exactly what to expect with what we got last year, and my bar was pretty low, but Rockstar still managed to deliver and actually give me more than what I actually wanted. With the Outlaw Pass or the Halloween Pass, there's actually some stuff that I really enjoyed in there. So even though there's not too many ranks and it was very easy to go through, I actually prefer it more with the Halloween Pass compared to what we had for Outlaw Pass 3. But that's just me. Going through some of the people's complaints though. So the first complaint is that the Outlaw Pass just didn't last that long. It was only 20 ranks, with there being 1000 XP per rank for you to rank up, which does not take long at all, especially if you're preparing for it, which I tell you to do here on the channel. Now there is an opposite argument to say, well, you're obviously not going to like it because you prepared for it. And I do somewhat understand that argument, but also I do want to point out that over my PlayStation 4 account, I didn't prepare for it. I still managed to complete that within, I think, 3 or 4 hours. It did not take too long. It's very easy to complete Halloween passes, Outlaw passes, anything like that that's been added to the game. Incredibly easy, to where I don't even need to prepare for it and I can still complete it. And for me, I'm happy to go through it very quickly. I have YouTube. This is another thing that gives me entertainment out of Red Dead. It's another thing on top. And every time I've completed an Outlaw Pass, it's actually been worth it for me, and I've still played the game. But I do still understand the argument for it. And maybe for some players, there is that where if you complete it quickly, because there's not an extra level like YouTube, Twitch, or anything like that, and you're just strictly playing Red Dead, then there's nothing else to do. You get bored, you stop playing, you complain. I've seen some people say that Rockstar should have left the Outlaw Pass being at 1440 XP, just like it was for Outlaw Pass 3. I don't actually know why they reduced how much XP is needed. Even with an extra 4440 XP, it's still not going to last that much longer. You're still talking about, well, if I complete it on the PlayStation 4 in like 3 or 4 hours, you're looking at around about 5 to 6 hours of me still completing it. It's not crazy difference here. With this complaint though, I would just say, what did you really expect? It's one of those things where every Outlaw Pass that we've had so far has been relatively quick to complete. I don't think Rockstar is actually trying to make it difficult for you to actually complete it. That's why we have a very long time to complete it. Rockstar wants you to be able to get these rewards no matter how much time you put into the game. Obviously, if you're a hardcore player, you're going to get it very quickly, but they also want to reward those players that are the casual players. Otherwise, those players will just get bored as well and not even play. So then you've just got hardcore players, and that probably wouldn't be enough to sustain a business. So they got to think about a number of different players, and a number of different players that have different playstyles and can put different amounts of times in. For those that are complaining about this being too short are probably at the higher end, being hardcore players. But with that, this also brings us over to the second argument, which is probably more for those that aren't hardcore players and more for the casuals, and that is the Outlaw Pass doesn't give gold back. And yeah, it doesn't. This is the first time that this has happened. In Outlaw Pass 1, in Outlaw Pass 2, in Outlaw Pass 3, every single one of them, no matter how much gold you put into it, you got that gold back within coupons, as well as you probably got a bit more because you'll get treasure maps out of it as well. And we did not have this with this Outlaw Pass. I still think it is 100% worth it. When you look at the Moonshine decors that you could just go over to the Moonshine Shack and buy, you're looking at anywhere between 10 to 15 gold bars. I think the refined decors 10 and the floral and hunting ones are 15 gold bars. So if we're looking at the Halloween Pass and it's got a rank 20 reward, which is a gothic decor, which is so much nicer than the other decors that you can buy at the Moonshine Shack, you're looking at a price just for that gothic decor being 15 gold bars. So with the Halloween Pass, you get that plus everything else. So I think it's worth it. I think with this, people are comparing it to other games where you actually have to put money into the game to get the season pass. With Red Dead, you don't actually need to put hardly any money into the game. It is incredibly easy to get gold. If you do daily challenges, you're just going to be stacked up on gold anyway. And if you've been doing it for a while, it doesn't take too long to get 15 gold bars. You probably already got a crazy streak, which means you're getting 50 gold nuggets a day. And also for the time limit that Rockstar have put on for this Halloween Pass, it means even if the Halloween Pass was released and you've never ever done daily challenges before, you've got a streak of 0 and you're determined to get into this Halloween Pass, it wouldn't be too long for you to start doing daily challenges, get some gold up and buy into this Halloween Pass before it actually expires. And if you really didn't want to do that, but you did want to get into that Halloween Pass, you could buy gold. Now I said I don't recommend this because it is so easy to not buy gold and just get it just by grinding. But if you were to buy gold, it can cost anywhere between £3.86 going all the way up to £5.40. I'm not sure what that's equivalent to with different currencies in different countries. That's what it is here in the UK. And the reason that the prices are different and not an exact number is because sometimes you can actually get more gold for your money depending what gold option you buy within the store. But if we look at that, it's really not that much amount of money. It's actually very good value for money for what you get out of the Halloween Pass. My word of advice with this area is if you look at the Halloween Pass or any future Outlaw Pass or actually any type of content in general for any type of game, and you value your currency more than what you're actually buying into, it's probably not worth buying into. But if you look at that and you're like, I need that in my life, I really want that in this game, then it makes more sense for you to buy into it. That's just very good advice, not just for Red Dead Online, but just for any game in general. And the final big complaint that I've seen in the community is once you take all the Halloween Pass stuff away, the featured series just isn't enough to keep players occupied with a major update. My answer to that is that this isn't a major update. This is by far better than what we get for a weekly update, but does not compare to what we get for major updates. And Rockstar have never said that this is a major update. The next major update we're getting is at Christmas. And this is something that I've been telling you guys on the channel for a long time. And we've known this for a long time. Ever since the Naturalist update was released, or actually first talked about, it was a week before the Naturalist update, Rockstar did release a newswire talking about how Red Dead Online's getting an update in the weeks ahead, how GTA Online's getting an update in the weeks ahead, and then there's a paragraph below that which also states that both Red Dead Online and GTA Online are also getting another update at the end of the year. And we've said here on the channel that it's just pointless for Rockstar to release this at Halloween. There's much better profit for the company and also so much better for players that play these games for them to release it at Christmas time, because that's when you got the Christmas holidays, more people have time off. It just makes more sense. Maybe this does link into content creators, because for the past couple weeks, maybe even months, there's been a number of different leaks that have come out to talk about properties and the Halloween Outlaw Pass and so many other different things. And maybe we just amped up the community a bit too much, and that made some players believe that this Halloween update is going to include everything. But maybe there was some miscommunication, who knows? All I do know is that there's a lot of fans out there that just really raised their expectations for this Halloween update, only for it to arrive and it not hitting those expectations, because it was unrealistic expectations. This was never going to be a major update. The next major update is at Christmas, and that is something to look forward to in not too long. We're literally talking less than 2 months now. We will be talking a bit more about that as we get closer to that date. My advice for this whole update, see the Halloween update as a better version, as a weekly update, because that's what it is. It's still a weekly update. It is still content that came from a major update, being a Natchez update, and that's how leaks came about, because all of this content was within the files already. This is just a beastly weekly update. That's what it is. If you're like me and you're absolutely loving the Halloween content, being Halloween Pass or Dead of the Night, which is by far my favorite game mode in the past 2 years of Red Dead Online, then I suggest make the most of it. This is not content that will last for absolutely ever, apart from Halloween content if you've already managed to achieve that. But the featured series, we're talking strictly about that. As soon as Halloween is over and the Halloween content starts to go away, this featured series is also going away. So make the most of it, enjoy it while it's here, and just have a good time with it. That is my opinion on the matter. I've seen a lot of different content creators do videos talking about how fans are just disappointed with the content. I just feel like it is because we all raised our expectations for it to be something that it just isn't, and it comes from maybe some stuff that I've done, maybe what other content creators have done. We've just got excited. That's pretty much all it is with all the leaks that came out. If you are enjoying the Halloween content, or you want to actually see some new stuff, being Watch Dogs Legion or Call of Duty Cold War, or even Assassin's Creed Valhalla, maybe even Cyberpunk, unless it gets delayed for another time, then head over to the Twitch stream. There is links to that in the description down below. Those are the games that we're going to be playing from this point onwards, going into November and then going into December as well. But let me know all your thoughts in the comment section down below about this Halloween content, because this isn't just a Joa's dictatorship. This is where I throw it over to you guys, where you can voice your opinions in the comment section down below. Anyway, I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. But for now, I'm going. So see ya.